up as Ragnaros landing a 4-man Sulfurous Smash, Durance of Hate from Mephisto, and this combination executed perfectly at the end of the game.
From Alarak, make it a quad kill set up by that East.
Wow, did you see that mosh pit? 4-man mosh pit while on a conveyor belt. That was like a regular sushi line.
Dubrak, 4 at 50%. Both cores are just absolutely melting. Which one's going to go down first? I think this is going to be Respect the Gooses. Oh my goodness.
Ring. Oh my goodness, the ring. Jaina just pulling up everybody here. That's a 4, make it 5
And it
for
does
nothing.
not fall up. What a play! Oh my God! Somebody please clip that. Ladies and gentlebeans, welcome back finally to twitch.tv/MurdaRG. I'm your host tonight, Murda, joined by my good friend. Look at him. He's so pretty. It's the Green Mist, everybody. Welcome. Big one tonight. We got the number 4 team in Division C East, World Hunger Avoidance Team, up against the number 5 team here in Division C East, Ban Cho. A lot on the line tonight, a lot of movement here for the playoff standings. Bancho entering with 13 points with just 6 matches played, and World Hunger Avoidance Team entering tonight with 14 points with 9 matches played. So 3 extra matches played by what? That's the acronym for them. 3 extra matches played over Bancho. So time for them to catch up if you're Bancho, and potentially that could happen right here tonight live in front of your eyes. So thank you for being here. We just got done with our coin toss where it was, well, let me look at this. It was Bancho losing the toss. Actually, World Hunger Avoidance Team decided for that first pick on our first map. So Bancho banned out Tomb of the Spider Queen and Dragonshire. World Hunger Avoidance Team, they took out Sky Temple and Alterac Pass. And I have some exciting news for you guys, because map number 1, quite possibly my favorite, and quite possibly your least favorite map, it's Braxis Holdout, selected by Bancho. I'm stoked for it. Green Mist, are you excited for it? Okay, well, he doesn't talk too much. That's just fine. Go BG in chat. I do see you've hit that follow button. Thank you so much for hanging out with us here this evening. Hopefully, we have a good one in store for you. And welcome to the family. Glad to have you. Also want to quickly shout out my good friend, my dear friend, and fellow org leader. Different org, though, of course. Covey, he dropped 5,000 bits on the channel, and I wasn't even streaming. Haven't had a chance to properly thank the guy. So Covey, if you're out there, Papa bless. Thank you for the support. Love you. Love your org. Loved the match last night, by the way. It was Phoenix Rising Ruby knocking off Regen Retro 2-0 on the game of the week. That was exciting to watch. So huge shout out there. Let me tell these captains I need them on opposite sides. Okay, there we go. But they are starting to file into our lobby right now, so it shouldn't be too much longer before we get started. A few of you starting to show up in chat. Thank you for your presence, including Mrs. Windup-Bird. I see you out there lurking, Mrs. Windup-Bird. You're the one who said, Murda, are you casting tonight? Can you pick up my game? And I was like, okay. So here we are. Thank Miss Windup-Bird for the suggestion. Haven't gotten to see World Hunger Avoidance Team yet this season. They've been actively playing a ton of games, including a lot of their flex matches. I don't know if they finished all of them, but I mean, with 9 matches played, I think the math is correct that they have completed all of their flex matches. If not, very close to all of them. So congratulations to those guys and gals for staying on top of it here in Season 9. Is everyone ready? Everyone's here. I'll just let them know I'm ready to go. Ready. And get some in-game music going. Now you guys can hear that, right? Yeah, some in-game love. Hopefully we get some snow on our maps tonight. I did tell our captains at the end of the coin toss, may there be snow on your maps. I love it. I think the excitement leading into what might be some clues for the next hero being teased. I have my suspicions. Well, really, I don't know who you could guess. If it's not May, who could it possibly be? Right? Who else is a Frost-based hero from Like, let's just break it down. World of Warcraft, right? We already have Jaina. We already have Kel'Thuzad. Who else? Even Arthas, right? Who else fits Snow, right? Nothing. Nothing else makes sense that they would put in the game, alright? So, Warcraft out of the picture. Diablo, who do you have? I saw some speculation it could be Bale, perhaps. I think I saw someone else maybe they thought could be it. I'm not buying it. I think it's a bit of a stretch to say it's anyone from Diablo. I mean, Diablo known for fire, hell, like the underworld. Snow doesn't fit, okay? I'm not buying it. So let's move on to StarCraft. Anyone from StarCraft that's like a Frost-based hero? Not that I know of. Admittedly, I don't play a ton of StarCraft. I'm not buying it, okay? So that leaves one franchise left, Overwatch. And out of the entire cast of heroes there, who's the one that's got the, the snow sprayer? It's Mei, okay? So, 99% sure we got it pinned down. Mei is the next hero. You heard it here first. Maybe you already thought that yourself, but in case you haven't realized it yet, if these indeed are clues, Murda's got his money on it being Mei. One of my favorite heroes in Overwatch, one of the ones I picked up right when I first started playing. I think it's a great pick. Let me know what you guys think at home if you want to discuss in chat while we were waiting for this game to start. Yeah, I already said ready, but I'll say ready again because I love you guys. Blue Steen is about to launch us into what will be game number 1, Braxis Holdout. I guess I can drop that chat there. There we go. Big team name, by the way. World Hunger Avoidance Team. Yeah, it basically breaks all my overlays. It somehow fits in there. They are the World Hunger Avoid Dance Team. Yeah, they're a dance team tonight. Bancho, are they dancing as well? We'll see. Very short name. In fact, this might be a unique anecdote here. Possibly one of the longest names up against one of the shortest names. Only 6 letters versus, do the math, I can't do it that quick. How many are in World Hunger Avoidance Team? It's a long name. Bancho, it's a short name. How will that determine our winner this evening? You guys will have to let me know in chat as well if you have opinions. Do you like your longer names? Do you like your shorter names? Do the names not matter to you? You just like the players on these teams? I don't know. Sylvanas, though, we do know this. She will be our first ban of the night, now followed up by Garrosh, taken away by Bancho. A lot of talk about how these warriors are playing, especially these tank roles. A lot of teams sticking with the traditional Johanna and ETC. Some able to play the Garrosh, and I think anytime you see the Garrosh an option for your opponents, when you look back at some of their past games and some of their stats, definitely one of those tanks that you're always worried that you might have some trouble with. So I don't hate the ban here to open up game number 1 from Bancho. And there goes another tank. This one I was just mentioning. ETC, the cow. Moo moo moo. He'll be banned out. I see you in chat, Shui. Welcome. Thanks for hanging with us. The Let's Go Gen Globe, and then I don't even know what this one is. Who is this? Burgers? Bergsry? That's what it looks like. Just tongue out. It looks like someone's very upset. Rhaegar, top tier support right now. He'll be the final ban here in the top half of our matchup from Bancho. And a very quick selection onto the, in my opinion, best tank available after seeing the ETC and Garrosh banned out. And maybe the best available tank, period. It'll be Johanna for the World Hunger Avoidance Team. So how does Blue Steen respond now, seeing a few of these heroes, tanks banned out and the tank selected quickly for Genzers? Do they want to go ahead and grab theirs now? No, it's going to be Jaina Malfurion. So they're going to get the added benefit for Jaina, where she's going to get a little bit of help from that Innervate that Malfurion can provide to her. Of course, extra lockdown with those roots to help the Jaina Blizzards get additional damage. A Let's Go Bancho in chat from Orion Jones. And then Shui saying, it's a SOT streamer I watch that I got gifted. It's a Reburger. Oh, it is a Reburger. I see it now. Kael'thas Decker, they're grabbing a mage for themselves and quite possibly everyone's favorite support right now. I've been hearing a lot of buzz about Deckard Cain. The Scrolls of Sealing setting up so much additional damage for especially the mage classes. You see some Kael'thas, maybe even something like Kel'Thuzad comparing so nicely with Deckard Cain. So I like these two picks. It's going to help pair them up nicely on the other side against the Jaina Malfurion, I think. Where do they go from here? We still got a couple more bands to listen to. Arthas is the final one from Band Show. Catching up with some of these picks and bands in my book. I like to have it all written down. If you want an inside look, there it is. Yeah, Sky Temple. Yeah, it's all written down. I got it. My handwriting's pretty bad, okay? I don't pride myself on that. But keeping the information. Tip if you're at home casting maybe some matches for NGS yourself. Find yourself a little book. What is this? 5.5 inch by 3.5 inch little notebook, spiral notebook. It's perfect. It's perfect. I can fit 2 games on each page. Try not to lose too much space on there. Final band was Phoenix. Now we see Varian picked up for Skev. I have some words about Varian on this map in particular, and I'll share those in just a moment. So it's Varian and Imperious. So here's my thoughts on picking Varian on Braxis Holdout. This is a map that snowballs heavier, in my opinion, than any other map in the game. If you lose that first objective, that first Zerg wave, your odds of winning the map are tremendously lowered. And how does Varian play into this? Well, he doesn't really become a hero until level 4, so you're going to be at a bit of a disadvantage until you reach that mark. Can Ban Cho survive through that first Zerg wave, those first beacons? We'll see what happens. Kerrigan throw the final 2 picks for what? And the final pick for Ban Cho will be Maiev. That'll be all of our selections. I'm going to have to open up a poll for you guys to see what you guys are thinking as we head on into this first game. Writing down those last couple picks in my book. And now scrolling down here. Where is it? Manage poll. New poll. Here we go. Who will win game 1? Will it be what or BC? And just like that, our poll is open. If you want to participate, just quickly head on over to chat. You go up to the top, you select the team you want to win. And then what do you do from there? You hit submit! If you don't submit, your vote isn't calculated. And I'd love for you guys to help calculate who's going to win this. Do you see that? Yeah, they're up there. No votes yet. So please, I urge you, participate. Oh, there's one. Ban Cho gets a vote. Is anyone here rooting for what? Let's hear you now. Game number 1, Braxis Holdout. Let's quickly introduce our team on the left-hand side first. We got the captain, Brickhouse, playing Kael'thas. Jenzer's on the Johanna. There's Beezy on Deckard Cain. My good friend Miss Windup Bird playing the Kerrigan. And for the solo lane tonight, it'll be Spogino on the Thrall. Make some noise, ladies and gentlemen, for the World Hunger Avoidance team. And over here on the right-hand side, we got Blue Steen version 2, the captain playing on Maiev. Shusui is going to be on the Jaina. Kinal. On the support tonight, it's Malfurion. Skep13 playing that, in my opinion, maybe risky Varian here on Braxis Holdout. And for the solo lane, it'll be Ronin on the Imperious. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear friends, they're known as Ban Cho. Level 1 talents up on the screen. You do see Varian picking over power signaling, definitely going with that tank build. Of course, we would expect nothing less here. Playing the 4-man alongside Maiev, Jaina, and Malfurion. Gonna definitely need some sort of tank option. So it makes sense so far. It will be the Umbral Bind Quest, Bonds of Justice for Maiev. In a map like this, in a lane like this, could be plenty of opportunities for Blue Steen to get some of those stacks going early. And of course, you always see it, but you love to see it, especially here on Braxis Holdout with this globe respawner. Look at Kael'thas going into Mana Addict. A little bit of damage exchange on both sides. No kills yet. Deckard Cain, plenty of Kool-Aid down on the map. Gonna keep Jenzer's up, playing this frontline Johanna. Actually opting for Laws of Hope here, which gives him a bit more sustainability outside of team fights, but not necessarily more in-team fights. You're gonna lose out on that reduced cooldown with the Iron Skin. And we have another engage coming. Maiev trying to pull back some targets, but Skep13 still not at level 4. Under some pressure. Now sent all the way down to about 20% health with our first beacons activating in just 10 seconds. This is that point in the game in which I said it's gonna be a little bit risky, a little bit of trouble maybe for Ban Cho. Will they be able to get on this bottom beacon, or do they give up too much progress over to the World Hunger Avoidance team? Umbral not going to connect that time. Good Iron Skin coming out from Jenser. Is not going to walk up towards that bottom side beacon, but on the top side, we haven't looked at them yet. Spogino versus Ronin, and currently it appears as though Imperious winning the battle, although Spogino trying to walk on the point, now popping that Wind Fury, trying to get some damage out onto Imperious. But low mana, low health, he's going to have to start thinking about running away. Can he make it out? Yeah, he will. Back on down to the bottom lane. What do we got here? Still nothing. You know, you're still seeing Varian having to play carefully. Not able to lead the team forward, but getting very close now to level 4. Here comes Miss Windup Bird, looking to wind up some kills, but not able to get through the armor. The parries from Skev 13 and that Varian. She'll have to look for it on another go. Angus Lee in the house saying Miss Windup Bird will 1v5. Well, wouldn't we all love to see that? Back up on the top lane, Spogino trying to move on to this point desperately, trying to push Ronin off, and ooh, Ronin gonna miss that spear. Good use of that Wind Fury. Couldn't think of the name again. The extra movement speed providing Thrall enough ability to get out of the way of that spear. Back on the bottom point, here comes Maiev trying to shade in, finds Miss Windup Bird. There's the root, there's the pull. Kerrigan now able to back up. Does she get out? Yeah, good pull, good stun. Follow up Decker Kane. Also connecting onto Maiev. Blue Steen's going to become our first blood of the game, handed over to the World Hunger Avoidance team. So we are at level 4 now for Varian. He's got that taunt. But at the same time, we're noticing Thrall finally able to get control of that topside beacon. Ronin trying to walk back on and disrupt the progress started up by the World Hunger Avoidance team, and he will be able to do just that. And now down on the bottom side, there's Skev 13 trying to get the bottom beacon, but another good engage from Kerrigan. Miss Windup Bird, 2 for 2 so far, and helping pick up these kills for her team. Can they get any more as it's Maiev trying to back out again? Ooh. Flame Strike on the ground, but the Vault of the Wardens for Maiev going to keep Blue Steen up for now. Top Beacon back in control of Spogino as Ronin having to clear up a wave at the wall. Now pushing that percentage up past the 50% mark. Zerg getting strong for the World Hunger Avoidance team, so Maiev going to come up in response. Ronin having to back up behind the wall as Maiev moves on the beacon. Spogino should see that, and wisely will be backing up towards the wall, towards that fountain, get a little bit of mana back on Thrall. And here we go, first siege camp of the game. Actually, I lie. No, I don't lie. That is the first one of the game. Yeah, it's picked up by the World Hunger Avoidance team. Bottom lane. They've already been, in my opinion, winning the lane push here. Good help from Kael'thas throughout. And now going to have this big wave up on the wall. And will still maintain control of the... Oh, man. I saw that coming, and I couldn't switch up there fast enough. Blue Steen helping out Ronin, picking up their first kill of the game. And evening up this XP total, we're about a 7.25 on both sides. Looking at some of these talents continuing to lock in, it will be the Emerald selected for Decker Kane. Haven't seen as much Emerald recently, but I think it's never a bad idea if you're able to get a little bit of health reduction. Kael'thas is down, and now Jenzer's in trouble as well. Will Johanna fall? I think the answer is yes, and indeed it will be. First double kill of the game, and it belongs to Ban Cho. Topside Thrall still able to get this beacon in his possession, but this time with the help of Kerrigan, just wind up making that rotation up. Now going to look for a fight on the beacon. There's a good pull. Maiev here going to try to find some sort of pull. Here it comes. Actually, the Fan of Knives resets are nasty. Blue Steen picking up the kill, and now Kerrigan in so much trouble. Can she get out? No, she can't. Surviving on 50 health. Maiev saving the day, helping get another double kill for Ban Cho as they're starting to separate in the XP column now. Almost a full level lead. They got control of both beacons, although Johanna's going to be able to move on this bottom one. Nice little comeback here mounting for Ban Cho. B-Train in the house. That's a name I haven't heard all season. Welcome back to NGS B-Train. I don't think you're playing. Maybe I'm wildly mistaken. But love to see you here in support of these teams today. Another good Umbral bind. Great roost from Mel. And Kael'thas has no answer to that. No way to escape. Another kill, and now another taunt coming out. This one onto Kerrigan. No follow-up is there. Ooh, beacon progress, though. Decker Kane falls, but look at the beacon progress. 100% was achieved. I didn't even notice. Only the 18% secured for Ban Cho. In spite of all these kills, they're up 7-2 now, and I'll flash those kills up on the screen. It's Blue Steen with 4 of them right now on this Maiev. One apiece for Jaina, Imperious, and Malfurion. But, you know, I I talked maybe a little bit of smack up against having a variant here. Ring of Frost, another kill. Kerrigan's down. But in spite of that variant, they're starting to perform very well here. 8 kills now. They have a full level and a half lead. And from here, able to clear out this entire Zerg wave that quickly. They're in great position to start really mounting a comeback in this game, not only with the kills, but also with the structures. They just need to find a spot to do it, and it might be right here, right now. There goes Jaina, Blizzard on the tower. They're through this bottom lane wall, maybe even a fountain too. Top lane in trouble, Ronin very low, pops the angelic armaments. Should end up falling here, but trying to take down someone with them. Genzers will not fall. Might be a push in both lanes. I think that's the play here if you're World Hunger Avoidance team. You see your bottom fort, it's in a lot of trouble. Maybe just push in this top fort wall, but they're going to rotate down. Kerrigan too scary. She scared everyone back. So time for some camps. Here goes Bancho starting on their siege camp first. Jaina going to join in that top lane. Wondering if they want to do a full lane swap with their solo laner Imperius heading down to that bottom lane as, yeah, I mean, the sport's practically dead. Usually that's the strategy teams like to implement here on Braxis Holdout. The moment you start taking a lead in the lane, go ahead and swap them up. Help do the same thing in the other lane with your 4-man. Another engage potentially happening up top between Spogino, Genzers, and Shusui and Kinal, but not a lot of damage exchanged in either direction. Siege Camp is starting to approach this wall, but Thrall is here. Thrall is the wall now. Good work from him clearing that out before it did any damage. And now a Bruiser Camp coming. A big one. And a rotation. Maybe going to find out Skev 13 here. Here comes Miss Winduper. Good gravity labs from Kael'thas. Follow up from Kerrigan with the stun from that Ultralisk. Can they finish off this variant? I don't know. Nice Sunder, but not going to be enough to save the day. Was that even Sunder? Yeah, it was. It was. Beautiful. Fourth kill of the game for the World Hunger Avoidance team, looking to pressure in with this Bruiser Camp. And they got 5 heroes here as Imperius is left all alone in the bottom lane. Nice scroll is healing, a lot of trouble for Jaina. Shusui is gonna fall. 2 straight kills now for the World Hunger Avoidance team, looking to continue this pressure in the top lane. They're paying no attention to the bottom lane, however. 5 heroes here, trying to just slam in along with this Bruiser Camp. Will it pay off or will it not? Healing reduction being thrown out from those strangling, what is it called? Strangling vines, yes. I was right. I said strangling and I lost confidence that I was right. Strangling vines from Malfurion. Fine pickup here to help almost counteract the Emerald on the other side, so each team having their own form of healing reduction. Kinal now stuck out. Blessed Shield is available. There it is. Follow up Gravity Lapse. The Flame Strike at his feet. And Kinal cannot escape in spite of having the Twilight Dream trying to be casted. Nice Ring of Frost in response though from Shusui. That's going to net a kill on the Thrall. Follow up now from Bluestein. Drops the Warden's Cage. Pulling 4 inside. Band of Knives reset's going to get the kill onto Kael'thas. But Maiev has fallen. Imperius has fallen. Did he rotate up? Oh my god, Miss Winduper helping get even more kills. It's 4 down on the side of Bancho, as the World Hunger Avoidance team should be able to gather both beacons now. So I got to admit to you guys, I made the mistake of eating a whole bunch of sushi before this matchup. So I'm like, a little bit of hiccups, a little bit of like, oh boy, it's sushi. But we're good. We're hanging in there. Kinal might not be hanging in there. Nice roots, nice blizzards. Miss Winduper in a lot of trouble from that, but gonna leap out onto the Jaina now, looking for some more follow-up. Good Twilight Dream from Malfurion. Is there any more chase? Doesn't appear so, as Bluestein's walked in. That Phoenix is at his feet. Nice taunt from Varian, though. My god, both damage sources down. Kael'thas and Kerrigan. This is huge now for Bancho. They're going to chase away this Johanna, and they should be easily able to grab possession of both beacons. Imperius and crew going to hang out up top. Just the Maiev down here on the bottom lane, with Imperius chasing behind. Ronin taking the riskier rotation. There's Maiev on the point, trying to get locked down. Oh, the Blessed Shield back online for Genzers, and VZ right there with that scroll of sealing. Nice work again from the World Hunger Avoidance team, but they're going to be losing their fort. Nice push in the opposite lane coming out from Bancho. They're going to skedaddle on out of there, as we're pretty much tied up on beacon progress. I mean, 34 to 20. Yeah, It's a 14% lead for the World Hunger Avoidance team, but plenty of opportunity to come back and regain that lead back from what, especially with the help of this siege camp. Finding maybe a fight here would be in their benefit as, or not. Need that Maya? There we go. Okay. I didn't count. Caster math, you know, I'm not the best at counting. Not the best. Counting to 5? That is like 3 higher than I'm good at counting to. Should be able to save this bottom fort, but top fort just went down with the help of this full 5-man push yet again. And the World Hunger Avoidance team still in control of that top side beacon. Going to make this rotation down. Now going to see their opponents on their own bruiser camp. Do they want to take a fight here? They have all their heroics ready to go. Genzer's going to see everyone revealed when they step in that bush. But still no engage happening. Johanna trying to play it slow. Maybe gives some room for someone to move out. And there comes the Varian. No Blessed Shield yet. Imperius on the top side of the fight. That Ultralisk has been popped. Miss Wineford looking to put damage onto Ronin, but avoiding the Impale that time. Imperius still on his feet. Nice silence from Malfurion along with that huge Ring of Frost. 2 heroes down. Decker, Kane, Kel'Thas make it 3 with Thrall falling. There goes Imperius on the other side with a beautiful, another one, a Warden's Cage on the money from Maiev, but they're not able to finish the Kerrigan yet. Ms. Wineford is still going. Can she get this? Jaina, so much shields from this assimilation, but she's not going to get it. It's a full mega kill for Bancho. They leave 2 heroes alive. Should be able to walk onto this topside beacon. And will it be enough to get 100% of this second Zerg wave? Bottom lane starting to push out. Catapults, top lane about even. Catapults going in both directions, but only the one here currently for Bancho. And with both beacons in possession, they're going to make the sprint over. Kel'Thas, Deckard Cain, Thrall. I guess waiting for Thrall to take the lead. You're the front of the train here, Spogina. And they will get here in time, shutting it down at about 72%. But still have to do some work to clear out this bruiser camp in their face. Kerrigan now getting back. She was the last one to fall. But has been an outstanding player thus far. 3 kills in the game, 4 assists. 8 assists. That's 4 deaths. But that's okay, Miss Wineford. You're doing pretty well. I promised you I wouldn't highlight all of your play. So we'll have to stop there as the Blessed Shield comes in. Scroll ceiling follow-up with that Flame Strike. That's the money play that we've seen so far from Deckard Cain, Johanna, and Kel'Thas. But can they get more in this fight? A lot of bomb spread going on. Skep 13 very low. He will fall. It's a double kill for Bancho with Maiev solo. Genzer's trying to chase it. Might just need a shield glare here. Might be enough to finish off Maiev. Genzer's going to hop on the mount as Maiev also trying to mount up. It's going to be close. There's a shield glare dismount. Can Deckard Cain catch up? He's going to go for it. Roger Cube comes out, but no kill. Maiev lives. Both beacons back in control of the World Hunger Avoidance team. And I got to say, welcome in chat, my good friend Dax Hots in the house. You made it in time. I know you had a match tonight. I'm assuming you finished. I think you started at 9 o'clock. But welcome. Thanks for joining us here. Always appreciate your presence. Mega kill, mega kill, mega kill. Let's go, says Angus Lee. You'll love to see it.
Hot footing out there.
Big wave top lane for your home team tonight, the World Hunger Avoidance team. But defense is showing here on the other side. 5 heroes from Bancho. Willing to take a fight up against this Zerg, but will they be willing to take it in front of their wall, or do they try to poke down as much of it as they can before it gets through that wall? 5 heroes here on both sides, actually, as that bottom lane keep is going to be under pressure on the opposite side of the map. I want to quickly show you that. Wall already down, but let's follow the action here up top. As all the big boys starting to fall, just these, I don't even know what they're called in the back. Is there a name? I guess they don't really have a name. You guys might know what they're called. Guardians or Ultra Mutalisks? Do you guys know? Maybe you know. Oh, bottom lane keep will fall. You hate to see it. Now Thrall under pressure. A little too much pressure for my liking. Spogino safely though, getting back with the help of that Wind Fury. And Johanna and crew will be left to clear up the remainder of this Zerg. There they go. And our objective phase is over. Who is out on top? I think it's definitely Bancho. Keep down. Kills ever so slightly in their favor. 19-17. An absolute bloodbath here in game number 1 on Brax's Holdout. Couldn't ask for a better result thus far, as we're almost tied on XP, almost tied on kills. Structures really being the one thing giving the edge right now to Bancho, as Johanna gonna look for it, finds that Blessed Shield, but this time, no follow-up from the squad, just that one gravity lapse from Kael'thas, but not enough damage onto any of these heroes to do any sort of real damage. Oh, coming in, looking for Kerrigan, they're gonna find it. This Windup-Bird's gonna fall, and they traded out, actually. Whoa, the big turnaround. Look at this go. Pretty sure that they can end up wiping all of this if they want to stay in the fight. It's just the Thrall that's on a lot of danger health right now. Still surviving, getting some self-healing, picking up all the kills. It's a mega kill for the World Hunger Avoidance team. They take the lead. They grab level 20s first. And my God, Spogino is still alive. How did it happen? Maybe one of you can clip it and let us know. That's big. Only unfortunate part, no beacons yet available, but the boss, yeah, he's on the map right now. And it's going to belong to the World Hunger Avoidance team after not too long. 13 seconds until the first hero respawns for Bancho. Quite some time. And this will end up being a free boss. And potentially more, a couple more Merc camps available around the map, including this Bruiser camp on the side of Bancho. Looks like that's their option first. Here goes Genzer's, Brickhouse, Easy, and Spogino. It'll be much easier for them to clear this out than it was the boss, and they'll quickly do just that, adding into the pressure here in this bottom lane. Certainly should end up being this fort down, but will it be a keep wall? Maybe even the full keep itself. Nice spot there from Jaina, able to take out 2 of those Bruisers. But they still have this boss to worry about. The beacons are now spawned. Who's going to move on to those beacons first? Looks like they're going to head on up to the top. Decker Kane grabbing that bottom side. There goes Genzer, is moving on to the top side beacon momentarily as they steal away yet another Merc camp from the side of Bancho. Boss still on the map, just now destroyed. It is killed before it gets through the wall or either of those towers. We got level 20s on both sides. I haven't even showed you guys these yet. My apologies. Here you go. Let's watch the action moving up towards this top lane. They got to clear out some camps first, some catapults as well. A flanking position being shown here from Genzer is not going to walk into that other bush. Check that. Walking back towards the team, finding Varian. Still no engage. They don't see the squishy targets they want as of yet. Here it comes, though. Genzer is looking for that condemn. Doesn't land it yet. Miss Windup-Bird also not going to connect on that Impale. Here comes Varian, turning it back around. Daunt onto Kerrigan. Ring of Frost follow-up, and it's on the money. Decker Kane is down. Kerrigan is down. A double kill thus far for Bancho, but Keynal under a lot of pressure will fall. Skep 13 also getting pretty low himself on this Varian. He's going to fall. A double kill, make it 3, but with Johanna falling, it's a 4 for 3 in favor of Bancho. They should be able to retain possession of this topside beacon. They're going to send Jaina down to the bottom side. And with these long death timers, should be enough to catch up in the beacon progress, potentially even overtaking it and grabbing that full Zerg wave for themselves. Red team will be pushing top lane next. Blue team will be pushing bottom lane next. But oh boy, how do you respond right now with just a Thrall on the map? We'll see if Spogino has any sort of heroics ready to go. Has been dealing with the Imperious all game long, but this time going to have to take a 2v1 with Jaina in the mix, and here it comes. A little Frostbolt going to connect there from Shusui. That's enough threat from Spogino saying, I'm not taking a 2v1 right now. I'm going to wait for my Decker Kane at least to spawn in. Oh, right now, Kerrigan, there she is. But it won't be enough time to get either of these beacons. Bancho has responded in a monumental way now with the... Look at the score, 25 kills to 24. You absolutely can't ask for anything better than this. Miss Windup-Bird in chat saying, this is not going well for me. Oh boy. Well, hey, you're back on the map now. We'll see what you got coming here at the end of the game. Looks like your team willing to play some defense here. Bottom lane, this one's going to be pushing free this time. Last time it was the other direction pushing for free. So what's going to happen at this keep? Can Bancho close it out? They sure as heck are going to try. There's that Ultralisk being sent out onto Jaina, quickly destroyed, and not going for that upgrade at level 20. Instead, it will be the Psionic Shift. And that's just going to be it. They're going to clear out the Zerg Wave at the wall, maybe keeping this keep alive. It's getting pretty close. The bottom keep ends up falling. So maybe the same mistake that was made by the World Hunger Avoidance team was just now made by Ban Cho, leaving a pretty sturdy Zerg Wave to push uncontested. So far has meant keeps in both directions, evened up in the bottom lane now. Top lane keep, however, very low on the side of World Hunger Avoidance team. They're going to have to play some defense there if they want to maintain their core health. Am I frozen or are they frozen? Oh, they're just frozen. Okay, I was like, what? Is anyone here? Hello? They're just waiting for the siege camp. Okay. Siege camp on the other side as well, perhaps? They're checking it. And they're going to go for it. Boss has respawned back on the map. Last picked up by the World Hunger Avoidance team during their last mega kill. With all these camps being gathered around the map, really the only thing left to keep eyes on from this Johanna is this boss. But on the other side, we can see here Skev13 also keeping eyes on it for Ban Cho. Now going to rotate up to the top lane, clearing out a siege camp. Bottom lane, that'll be cleared out as well. So these camps, although they're getting picked up on time, not a lot of pressure or even counter pressure being applied in the other lane. Instead, just trying to keep the focus around this boss right now. Ooh, they're going to walk away. Does Ban Cho get risky? I feel like they're thinking about it. But instead, no. They're going to clear out these camps. Probably the smartest move. 49 total kills in this game. That's some math I can do. 8 for Maiev, 8 for Thrall. Holy moly, everyone's gotten a kill in this game. Everyone's gotten a death in this game. A bloodbath on Braxis Holdout. With the next beacon phase potentially being the be-all, end-all here for game number 1. Uh-oh. Walking up next to this vent, there's a couple heroes here for the World Hunger Avoidance team. Ooh, thinking about coming out onto that very end, but Genzer's pulling back at the last second. Beacon's now activating in 30 seconds. They have some sort of timer to be waiting on now, but you can tell both teams a little bit timid on making a move until they find this Imperius all by himself in the bottom lane. That might be all they need to close out this game number 1. Do they walk onto the boss? Yes, they will. They're going to use this one hero advantage, or will they? They want beacons first? Huh.
The beacons are active once again. Control them before the enemy
Oh,
does.
Ronan in chat saying, I'm so... I don't think you're bad. I think you're great. There's the stun, though, landing on the mouth. Oh, the Twilight Dream interrupted as well. A huge detriment because now Maev's going to fall. There's a nice Ring of Frost, but it only hits 2 targets. Still in chase on the Shusui has missed Windufford. And whatever frustrations you had in the early portion of this game, you just made it happen. Maybe even picking that up. Yes, they will. It's another mega kill for the World Hunger Avoidance team. They're on the core, ready to close out game number 1. An absolute thriller, an absolute bloodbath. And I wouldn't have expected it to end any other way than a big fight to close it. Well done from both sides. But the win is going to be handed over to the World Hunger Avoidance team. And welcome to the match summary brought to you by Nexus Gaming Series. A lot to talk about here. Holy smokes. I don't know what the kill record is in NGS, you know, all-time kill record or even Season 9 kill record, but a combined total of 54 kills here in 25 minutes and 45 seconds. Well done from both sides. That was exciting to watch. Flip directions of who is in the lead constantly. But ultimately, the win goes over to the World Hunger Avoidance team. Let's take a look at this talent screen before we move on to a very quick break. I see you guys in chat just now catching up, throwing out those GGs. A lot of love has to go to both sides for a very strong effort. We're going to take a short break. Got a quick word from our sponsors, Nexus Gaming Series. Hope to see you guys back. We'll be about 2 minutes with some more Division C East. We'll be back. back in. Once again, joined by the Green Mist. We had an opportunity to talk about that first map during the break. And Green Mist telling me that they also enjoyed watching. They weren't very talkative during the first map, but they were pogging. We were pogging hard there. Huge effort from both sides. You love to see that many kills, that much excitement, that much back and forth nature on a map like Brax's Holdout, which can be a pretty quick map. We ended up getting 25 minutes and 45 seconds out of it. I think it was like level 23 to level 22 at the end. Doesn't get much better than that on Braxis. That's why I love the map. Hopefully you guys maybe have a new respect, at least as a spectator, for watching it. Maybe not for playing it. I won't urge you that much, but maybe, hey, okay, Braxis Holdout does have some merit when you get games like that. Looks like all of our players are here. They're just sorting out the crown situation as we speak. I'm going to let them know I'm ready to go. But our game number 2, this is the NGS Ritual map, Infernal Shrines. Yeah, it's the map that is always played. Always played, okay? Maybe 1 out of every 4 matches, no Infernal Shrines. But tonight, you're getting Braxis, and then we're going to flip it the other direction, and we're going to give you Infernal. Not a bad one. I like it. I just cast it a lot, okay? That's my only grievance. It's actually probably the best map, alright? It's probably got the most fair mechanics. Play styles. I think you can do a lot of different things with the map, which is good. It's just overplayed. That's simply it. I like it. I haven't casted the past couple nights, so I'm happy to be back here on Infernal Shrines. I'll say it here. It makes sense. I don't hate them for it. Bancho first a ban here. Game 1 that took out Garrosh and Rhaegar. This time a little respect to Miss Windupberg. Gonna ban away the Kerrigan. Quite possibly Kerrigan's best map here on Infernal. Able to hop around, get those assimilation stacks up on her shield in the shrines up against those skeletal defenders. So I think it makes sense and maybe a wise ban from Bluestein version 2. Spogino wearing the crown here for the World Hunger Avoidance team. Thinking about the first ban. Game 1 it was Sylvanas. Game 2 it will also be Sylvanas. I haven't got to greet you yet, Mongoose. If you're out there listening, I love you, baby girl. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate your support as always. Love seeing you drop some Murda RG emotes in chat. And welcome. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Hopefully you have the night off, perhaps. I think I might have seen you were casting. I could be completely wrong. But either way, glad to have you here. Kael'thas now banned out. That was the other damage source from the World Hunger Avoidance team in game number 1. The 2 Ks taken away, Kerrigan and Kael'thas. As we're looking now at our final ban from the World Hunger Avoidance team with 5 seconds remaining. Do they take out the ETC for the second time tonight? Or do they switch it up? They will switch it up. This time, banning out what was banned from Bancho in game 1. It'll be Rhaegar. You guys have not been hydrating me. I'm somewhat disappointed, so I'll have to pick up the slack myself and take some hydrates. Donate my own medallions at me as we watch Johanna, the first pick here for Skev 13. A great pick, and another pick stolen away that was played in game 1 from the other side. Smart selection here on Infernal Shrines. You can get those condemn resets while you're inside the shrine. A lot of extra targets with the skeletal defenders. I think Johanna makes a lot of sense, but that's going to leave open the ETC for Genzers. And once again, we'll see Brickhouse. Actually, game 1 it was Spogino on the Thrall. But they will select the Thrall. This time, swapping hands. It'll be Brickhouse. Picks 2 and 3 now for Bancho on the clock. What do they pair him with Johanna? Do they go back to the Jaina Malfurion? Might not be bad here, but Zool still left open. And Anduin the selection. Bluestein gonna hop back in the support role. I did see a little bit of chatter going on in the pregame lobby. Bancho joking around a bit about how Bluestein going back to support after that game 1. I think a little friendly shade thrown at their own teammates. You'll have to see that. But Anduin, what a great selection. I like it. Paired in with the Zool is going to allow him to go in deep and have that safety button with the Leap of Faith. So 2 pretty good picks there for Ban Cho as we're looking now at our final ban of the map for the World Hunger Avoidance team. It'll be Hanzo taken away. And now our final ban of the map overall. This one belonging to Ban Cho. Do they take out a support? I think they should. Deckard Cain's still available as an option. That's what was played in game number 1. I think it makes sense to ban him out here on Infernal Shrines. The Kool-Aid can be pretty strong, but they're going to ban out Malfurion. I can't say I agree. I mean, it's a fine ban, but you saw what Deckard Cain did in game number 1. Excuse me, game number 1. That's that sushi I was telling you about. Pretty gross. But why not ban out Deckard Cain here? I'm not sure. Maybe you guys know. Maybe the Malfurion pick in game 1 was a response to some picks they knew might have been coming from the World Hunger Avoidance team. Jaina going to be grabbed this time from Miss Windup Bird, and VZ going to play that support Stukov. Jaina, Stukov. So they don't end up going with the Deckard Cain. I'm surprised. I had to triple check to make sure Deckard Cain wasn't banned out. It doesn't look like it. So just wanting to make a swap. And they're going to have the Stukov here. Not a bad pick. Final 2, though, for Ban Cho. Phoenix. Raynor. Phoenix was banned out in game 1. Raynor, no picks, no bans in game 1, but an option here in game 2. Do have to make note, Raynor recently nerfed that talent that you probably want to pick here. At least some players pick. I certainly would. Exterminator for Infernal Shrines. It's been nerfed now. A little bit of less damage to those monsters, mercs, and minions. But my god, is Raynor still a beast or what? We're about to find out. Last pick, Valera for Spogino. Did not see this coming. It's going to be maybe a bit lighter on the front line with just the ETC and Thrall. But if Valera can get on any of these backline targets, the Andu and the Phoenix, even the Raynor, oh boy, it'll be Miss Windup Bird hopping on the Stealth Assassin. You'll love to see it. Raynor, Valera, and it's time to go back to you guys at home. Get your opinions on who you think's going to win this game number 2. Who will win game 2? World Hunger Avoidance team or Ban Cho? Please, I urge you, participate in this pregame poll. Just head on over to chat up at the top, select the team you want to win, and hit submit. Your votes are displayed up there. Game 1, you guys picked Ban Cho. You were unfortunately incorrect, but you have opportunity to redeem yourself. Game number 2, Infernal Shrines. And let's introduce this team on the left-hand side for the second time tonight. It'll be Spogino on the Thrall. Make that swap over. We did see Brickhouse holding the hero for a bit there. Brickhouse was actually going to be on the Jaina instead. Miss Windup Bird playing Valera. VZ on the Stukov. And Genzers on the ETC. Make some noise for your Game 1 winners, World Hunger Avoidance team. Over here on the red side, it's the Captain Bluestein version 2 going back to his main role support. Going to play the Anduin. Kinal going to be on the Phoenix. There's Shusui on the Raynor. Ronin playing the Zul. And Skev13 on the Johanna. Give it up for Ban Cho. One of my favorite logos in all of NGS, by the way. I'm a huge Banjo-Kazooie fan. So anytime you can get a Banjo meme or reference put into place, I absolutely love it. Good wave clear on both sides. Going to be helped by Jaina on the left, Zul on the right. Miss Windup Bird looking for some damage, but maybe a bit too aggressive this time. Walking into 4 heroes, gets instantly pulled back from that condemned. And great follow-up damage from the rest of the crew there, rotating down to the bottom lane. First blood will belong to Ban Cho. Miss Windup Bird, first deaths don't count. This time I think it does count, Miss Windup Bird. Just going to be a slight lead thus far in favor of Ban Cho as they're able to make this rotation a bit easier up to the mid lane. Going to start heading back down towards the bottom as Zul splitting back into the top to deal with Spogino. Once again, it'll be Ronin opposing Spogino here in the top lane. Game 1, it was over on Braxis. This time, Infernal Shrines maybe playing a bit differently with opportunity for these heroes to think about double soaking when you have a hero like Zool. That's something you certainly can do. Already saw him down at that mid lane and now getting back up to this top lane so quickly. Nice work by the Necromancer. Camp's picked up on both sides, going to be pushing mid lane. But that bottom side camp, it's still available. And with Phoenix, Raynor, and Anduin inside with Johanna holding the vision, should easily go over to Bancho and they will grab it. Now thinking about making rotations back towards that middle lane. They want to clear out this bottom wave first. Zul's at mid trying to do what he can, just soaking some XP. And with this rotation coming out, should be just fine. Oh boy, there's that sushi yet again. Angus Lee in chat saying, it's true they don't count in reference to that first death, I'm sure. Yeah, okay. Maybe you're in agreement. Maybe I'm not. But I love you guys either way. You're gonna look for it again. Silence on Johanna, follow upstairs. Good power slide, but Iron Skin, yeah. It was ready to go. Just had to wait for that silence to wear off, so no kill coming out that time on the Johanna. Levels, look at this. It's a, man, almost a full level lead. And you can credit Ronin, honestly, making these rotations with Zool between top and mid. The 4-man rotation between mid and bot. All the camp pressure that's been coming out. Yeah, this is great macro play from a veteran squad, Bancho. And again, a lot of it has to be credited towards this Zool, looking for more damage now onto Valir, and this Wanderer having to back up, can't find it those curse strikes. And she'll be safe now down below the 33% health mark. Top Shrine available and moving on first is Bancho. There's Shusu inside. Of course, can't go that Exterminator anymore. Probably not worth it. Only the most extreme cases like Battlefield of Eternity maybe. So it is ace in the hole here. I think it's the right pick now. But it's going to be a little bit slower in their Shrine clear. They do grab 18, now putting damage on the ETC. Jenser's trying to turn around, nice power slide, landing on the Raynor. Roots were down, but he got knocked out. Doesn't matter, they get to kill their first one of the game. Raynor is down for 15 more seconds as now World Hunger Avoidance team able to walk inside the Shrine, start catching up on these skeletal defenders. They're down by 13 currently. But they can swing that around so quickly because Raynor's still dead. Even though the level 7 talents are there, they're going to be of no use to Bancho. Just moments away for the World Hunger Avoidance team to get their own level 7 talents. I'm looking for a fight now. This one, a lot of damage. Nice silence on the Zool with that circle. Wow. Great job from Stukov, but the pull even better from Blue Steen. Saving the day. Ronin survives. Use that fountain. And now with Raynor here, ready to re-engage. Up by 6 skeletal defenders. World Hunger Avoidance team trying to collect as many as they can, but now starting to set up a bit more of a defensive posture as Johanna walks in with that Condemn, trying to send the rest of the troops in. There's Jenser's power slide through one. Silence dropped by Stukov. Can they finish off Zool? No, they can't. Actually, excuse me, it wasn't Zool. That was Johanna. Their skins are similar colors right now, so I couldn't tell. Kinal warping backside, Thrall under pressure. Does he have a laser beam? Can he get the laser kills? He's looking for him. Kinal, can you finish him? No! It's Johanna falling. Jenser surviving. What a sturdy defense there. Now having to go back in and finish off these skeletal defenders. They do get them down. Power slide in, knocking back Zool. Ronin gets away, but my God, I thought for sure Phoenix was going to be able to get those kills. But VZ, great supporting the Stukov, able to save the day, keeping those guys alive. And they're going to have this Punisher, an Arcane Punisher here in the top lane. Probably not going to get through the fort, but they might be able to get this wall while their opponents are clearing it out. Nice Blizzard down. A lot of damage coming from everyone. With Valera split out, they do get through one of the towers. Can they make it two? They're going to go for it. But they wisely back up before being able to get it. Good defense. And another very even game. It was like a 3/4 level lead for Bancho. Completely swapped sides after that objective. We're back on camps. Both sides looking at their safe camp. Who will go for the neutral camp? That's usually who ends up winning these exchanges. No invades? No invades. Couple more globes there for Brickhouse. Now at 14 stacks on Fingers of Frost. And here you see Valera also going for globe stacks, sitting at 12, just 2 behind her counterpart there. They do have vision. Everyone knows where everyone's at here, working on this camp. Genser's going to walk on, still holding that face mount. Should have felt just fine with that ETC standing there, and they will be able to grab it with plenty of ease. Now clearing out that wave and potentially going to try to move in. There's Valera looking for the silence onto the Phoenix, but Kinal only losing that shield, still remaining with all that health. You're going to be able to walk forward, start clearing out these siege goats, the Khazras, the spear throwers. And I doubt this ends up getting any value onto the wall, as we do have an engage at mid. Ronin under pressure drops that bone prison and will be able to get back to safety with the help of his shield as well. Going for the shade at level 1. Didn't talk about that yet, but we'll evade all the basic attacks, which helps a lot up against something like a Valera when she starts chasing you. Most of that damage does come out in the form of auto attacks. Maybe not most of it, but at least a good portion of it. Bone prison up top, but this time his flying up bird and Spogino will get the kill. Can't escape it twice. Level 10s both sides, Earthquake, Water Elemental. We do see the massive shove from Stukov. There's, of course, our Mosh Pit and Smoke Bomb for Valera. We don't get to call out her heroics all the time, so I had to take a look just to remember what it's called. All we see is the Light Bomb and Blessed Shield thus far out of anyone on the side of Ban Cho. Not sure what they're holding on the Talons for. Maybe just trying not to show too much. Ooh, it's going to be the Purification Salvo. Even though Mr. Jackson, our fine developer on the Blizz HOTS team today, mentioning that Planet Cracker actually has the higher win rate, maybe players haven't picked up on it yet. Poison Nova for Zool. I'm still waiting to see what direction Rainer wants to go. Second Shrine active in 7 seconds. Look at this rotation bottom lane. They're pretty far away from the Shrine, but they are going to get some pressure out with their minions now. Thrall staying nearby. That's Spogino. As it'll be Ronin activating this Frozen Punisher Shrine first. Leading off with some of those Curse Strikes with this Curse Strike build, Harvest Vitality. As well as having Grim Scythe just waiting for level 13 when he starts getting a bit more of that cooldown reduction. If I'm not mistaken. Oh wait, no, he gets that with Grim Scythe at level 4. I lied. Yeah, I haven't played Zool in a while. There's the Poison Nova interrupted by Gensers on a 10-second cooldown. Bone Prison coming out. There is the Purification Salvo. Not doing enough damage. Good supporting from Stukov. They turn it around, but they do lose their Valera. Now looking at the Johanna. She has Iron Skin, which is going to avoid that root from Thrall, but the Wind Fury damage, that's not enough either. It'll be Jaina falling. Kinal in trouble as Thrall goes down. Gensers and BZ staying in here as long as they can, but Stukov's going to be in trouble. The warp in and the kill from Phoenix. Can they make it all 5? I think they can. I think they can. They will. It's a mega kill for Ban Cho, and will easily now set them up to grab the second objective of the game. This match does not cease to impress. Back and forth on Braxis, and now back and forth again here on Infernal Shrines. You absolutely love to see it. They're going to hold at 39. Get some health back on their Anduin. Really some mana too. Pretty low on mana was Blue Steam. And also pick up a siege camp. There goes Ronin now rotating down towards the bottom lane. I don't think has any idea that Valera is nearby, but Miss Windup is going to back on out as that Frozen Punisher is grabbed. Remember, this is the one that's been shutting down structures the moment it hops in. Watch for these circles to come out. There they are. Front wall will be disabled. Actually, I think one of the towers here wasn't disabled. Either way, they get through it. Now with this Punisher still holding on to 75% of its life bar, they're going to try sieging in onto this fort. ETC's been rooted, but Gensers, oh no, the leap as well. Is there enough follow-up? No, I don't think so. Nice silence from Stukov, going to prevent any sort of path forward for Ban Cho. But once again, ETC trying to walk in, now stunned, rooted, pulled back, and Purification Salvo to his death. Another leap, this one in front of the wall. Spogino in trouble and rooted in. Oh my god. Back-to-back kills. That means a double kill. Well done by Ban Cho, pressuring in onto a keep with this Hyperion. Do they stay here with the 2-hero advantage right now? I sure would. And that's exactly what they're going to do. I think this is the only play you can make in this situation. Khazra minions here. Although backside here comes Valera trying to put damage onto Rainer. Miss Windup in a bit of trouble. Will fall. A staggered death on the side of World Hunger Avoidance team. And this is signaling trouble for the keep. There it goes at the 11-minute and 30-second mark. First keep down in favor of Bancho, but ETC trying to play some more defense. That'll be it. Camp invade coming out. Bancho trying to find this top left bruiser camp, but maybe a bit timid as they don't quite have their level 16 talents yet. They walk back in, they do grab it. And now with their level 16 talents, could be looking for a fight at any time. There goes the siege camp pickup for WHT. Down 3 levels, but in a moment it'll just be 2. But either way, it's a lot of XP to be behind, especially when Zul's on the other side. How do you keep up with this soak? Let's take a look at some of these numbers. 12,253 for Ronin. Spogino, the top XP total for World Hunger Avoidance Team, just at 8,700 XP. So about a 50% surplus for Zul. That's some big numbers. Thinking about rotating down here to this bottom lane. They are going to get some action onto this siege camp. Sorry, I didn't even see that yet. ETC in trouble walking through that Hyperion. Not going to take the brunt of that Poison Nova. Very low, will end up falling after Jaina's already fallen. Genzers goes down. It's a triple kill. Miss Winduper, the only one still standing. Can she sneak away? Raynor trying to find her. I think they did just see her. And they end up giving it up. Valera, using her sneaky ways, will be able to get out of there. This is just funny to watch. But let's follow the action down here in the lane as the Kazuras are approaching this keep wall. Look at how fast those curse strikes come out from Zul. This might be keep number 2 with the help of Phoenix. You got the Raynor here as well. Back at the base, it's Stukov and Valera. They can't do much to defend this, so keep number 2 is down. The only thing in the benefit of World Hunger Avoidance Team is this next shrine is going to be in the top lane, a Mortar Punisher. They still have all their structures standing in this lane, so even in the worst case scenario, this Punisher might not end up meaning game over. I know that no one saw that, right? No one saw that, right? It wasn't the mosh pit right there, was it? I think the game's just glitching. The game must be glitching. Oh boy. That's going to be a big one to have to overcome now. They're already down level 16 talents. Now you're down to 120-second cooldown as well. I wish them the best, of course. But that's going to be a mountain to climb. Also going to be conceding over a lot of these skeletal defenders as they don't have their 16 talents here yet. Trying to rotate around and find what they can on this map. Looks like it might be a bruiser camp. Here comes Skeb. Gender's going to hold the push. Base melt back, but Johanna able to walk through. There's the Bone Prison Light Bomb combo. Hyperion's down. Here comes a big Purification salvo. And that's going to pressure everyone from World Hunger Avoidance Team away. Just Miss Windup Bird staying nearby. Can she get out? Oh my god, Johanna has found her. She's in a lot of trouble. Valera cannot get away. It'll be 2 kills for Bancho. They're able to walk back onto this shrine. Holy yikes. Siege camp on their own side of the map. A consolation prize here for our blue team. We'll definitely be giving up this top shrine, and looks like they're giving up their top fort as well, as his bruiser camp's here. Johanna pressuring in, and those puppies, they sure can bite. Gonna get through that fort before the Punisher even gets here. So now we got a Mortar Punisher pressuring in onto a top lane keep, the final keep still standing for the blue side. And level 20 is just moments away. Is this the end right here? You guys at home be the judge. Here they come. John Cena. I call this one John Cena. Yeah, he's strong. Hopping in. There's the mosh pit back on cooldown. My Light Bomb gonna shut it right down. ETC falls. And now with this hero advantage, Punisher on the core. 5 heroes nearby now leaping onto Thrall. Spogino in trouble. Gonna get pulled back by the Condemn. Rooted in. Another double kill. Poison Nova being thrown out, applying a little bit of damage onto Valera. There's the Hyperion. And ladies and gentlemen, we're about to be heading on in to game number 3. Let's take a look at this match summary brought to you once again by our favorite North American Amateur League, Nexus Gaming Series. Wow. 17-4, a bit different in kills for the World Hunger Avoidance team. But 17 from Bancho. They're keeping pace to what they put up in game number 1. What a swing around. After losing Braxis in that fashion, a close one that could have gone either way, sometimes teams would let that get to them. But Bancho, it inspired them. Well played on Infernal Shrines. Let's take a look at our talent screen before we move on to our final break of the night. Gotta continue to thank you guys for your support. I see you talking in chat, having some fun. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting HOTS. Thank you for supporting NGS. And thank you for supporting twitch.tv/MurdaRG. I'll be back in about 2 minutes with the thrilling conclusion between the World Hunger Avoidance team and Bancho. Welcome back in. Game number 3 about to start. It's going to be Towers of Doom. Who selected this? Looks like it was picked by Bancho. What will be our first team to ban? And yeah, our players, they're excited. I had to let them know this has been exciting. Very freaking exciting. Thrilled to have a game number 3. Don't get too many often, actually. A lot of dominations this season, but even in the standings, we already knew that. And a game number 3, the only conclusion worth having here. Looks like Bluestein saying he's ready to go. R. I typed E instead of R. Error, error. Murda.exe is not responding. What do you guys think in chat? Throw some chat down of what you think about this match so far. Who do you think has the edge going into this third game, knowing that it's Towers of Doom? Do you think that changes anything here, or are we expecting maybe a similar result from game 2? A lot of momentum right now for Bancho. Can they keep that flowing here in this final game? I think their drafting in that second map was superb. Taking away the Kerrigan, the Kael'thas, and finding Azul for themselves. I think Ronin... perhaps our MVP there, able to provide so much extra XP over their counterpart. That's what made the difference. They had that XP lead. They had the talent tier for most of the game. And they got those punishers when it counted. Here we go, though. Game number 3. Towers of Doom draft underway. So it's going to be World Hunger Avoidance Team first to ban in game number 2. They stuck with their game 1 ban of Sylvanas. Not expecting anything different here for our final map. But they're going to think about it. Is it the right ban? Gotta start a new page in my book. See, I told you, I have this book, right? I filled up page 1. It's all filled. Now we're over here. Another map. Another page. I gotta waste a page for this. But it's not a waste. It's a pleasure, okay? Okay, they used all the time. And it is a ban, once again, onto Sylvanas, as I expected. Other side, sticking with the game 2 bans, it looks like. There goes Kael'thas. Well, I did drink 1 water. You guys didn't even make me do it. Look at that. That's what happens when we get to a game 3. I actually hydrate myself. Spogino's still thinking about this second ban now. And once again, just like game 2, they're going to ban out the Rhaegar. Final ban of this top half now. They did ban out the Kerrigan in game number 2. In game 1, they took out Garrosh. A couple options there for them. Arthas was also banned out previously, and a Malfurion saw a ban from Bancho. So a lot of options, but they want to stick with banning away Miss Windup Bird's leadoff hero that she played in game number 1. Kerrigan now taken away for the 2nd game in a row. So now our first pick, it's available, and I see Johanna still out there. I see ETC out there. I think it's got to be a tank pick, but they want the Zool. Maybe the only hero worth taking away because of that Game 2 MVP performance from Ronan. It's going to leave option for both of those power player tanks for Bancho. Do they want the Johanna or the ETC? Oh boy. Thinking about it. And they want the Johanna. Skev 13, yeah, I mean, Johanna, she's 2 for 2 tonight. She won game 1, she won game 2. And with Hanzo being banned out in game 2, Kinal saying, we need this hero right now because they probably are going to think about banning it during the next ban phase. Nice selections for Bancho. Will it be enough, though, to deal with this Zool? 2 picks lined up for the World Hunger Avoidance team. Do they want the ETC for the 2nd time in a row? Not this time. They want Thrall and Nazebo. You don't see a lot of Nazebos. But when you do, oogie boogie 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 boogie. I don't know how authentic that was, by the way, but it was my best effort, okay? Give me a break. Final ban, Bancho on the clock. ETC ban? No, it's actually a Stukov ban. I'm surprised about that. Maybe makes sense. A lot of lockdown currently showing for World Hunger Avoidance team. Having that Stukov with some of those silences underneath that lockdown could be detrimental, especially to a hero like Johanna. When she wants to escape with that iron skin, she wouldn't be able to if she's silenced. So perhaps good decision making there from Blue Steen, as the final ban will actually be targeting him. There goes the Anduin taken away by the World Hunger Avoidance team. Neither team with their support yet. We're going to get a deep pick here. 3 of them banned out. Still Malfurion available. Deckard Cain still out there as well. Probably the 2 we'll end up seeing if I had to guess. Leoric selected for Ronan, and there will be that Malfurion for Blue Steen. Haven't seen Leo tonight. A power player, of course you get that Entomb. Pair him with a nice mage, which they are yet to pick. Perhaps we see the Orphea as their final pick. Been seeing a lot of Orphea Leoric combo. Actually, I can't take credit for this. It belongs to Dax. Dax, if you're out there, I loved when you said this last night. The Entomb plus the Eternal Feast. It's known as the Dirty Bathtub, apparently. There's the Garrosh pick for Genzers and VZ. Gonna hop on the Ana. Oh boy. So Garrosh still available. Will be able to be picked. He was banned out in game 1 by Bancho. But they're going to have to deal with it in game number 3. Final pick for Shusui on the clock. 5 seconds remaining. Need a mage. It's got to be some sort of mage here if I had to guess.
Let the games begin.
Let the games begin. It's Medivh. Oh boy. Is this enough damage? Got a lot of pressure for Key Null on this Hanzo. I don't know. You guys decide at home. It's time to ask you for the last time. Who will win game 3? Will it be the World Hunger Avoidance team or will it be Bancho? Ladies and gents, the poll is open. Head on over to chat. Place your votes. Be sure to hit submit. You guys have been selecting Bancho tonight. 2 games in a row. You were right once. Game number 3. It's time to make the ultimate decision. Who walks away with 2 points? Who leaves with just the 1? It's been a thrilling set thus far. I'm expecting a close one here on Towers of Doom as we load on in. Welcome to game number 3. Let's introduce our team on the left-hand side. We got Genzers playing tank. It'll be Garrosh this time. There's VZ playing the Ana. Spogino making the move off of Thrall finally, this time onto Zul. Brickhouse will be playing the Thrall. And the last hero, it's Miss Windupper all the way down here in the corner, playing the Nazebo. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the World Hunger Avoidance team. Looks like we do have a bit of an issue with the Invisible Horse. We'll see what happens there as we introduce these players on the right-hand side. Kinal going to be playing the Hanzo. There's Blue Steen V2 on the Malfurion. Skep13 playing Johanna. Ronin on the Leoric. And, excuse me for my ignorance, who's on the Medivh? I can't remember. It's Shusui, of course it's Shusui. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for these guys. They're known as Bancho. Looks like we're going to be playing regardless of that Invisible Horse mount. I do like to see the good sportsmanship coming out from all of our players. At least giving consideration and the foreknowledge of the incorrect mount pick. Doesn't appear as though they seem to care, which is perfectly okay and perfectly within their rights, as far as I'm concerned. I think as far as the rules are concerned too, as long as captains are cool with it, play on. Kinal playing all by himself, but staying nearby this Medivh in the sky, providing vision with that sonic arrow, as well as just being in the Raven form for Medivh. And to see exactly there's a bit of a dance party going on. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. Both sides finding their siege camps, however, in a bit of a gentleman's agreement, as they say. Both sappers will be picked up at about the same time. Gonna pressure out this bottom lane. Wouldn't expect either sappers to crash onto these walls. Decent wave clear for both teams, although... Actually, you know what? I lied. Maybe the wave clear is an issue. Even though you have the Johanna, you have a Hanzo pre-level 4. Not going to be very easy for him to do out too much damage. And Medivh, it's risky to come down and try to get the wave clear with your Q. You got to hit some enemy heroes. But Shusui, he knows that. Look at that. Already getting a few stacks. I'll keep the stacks up on your screen, actually, so you can keep an eye on this Arcane Rift quest. Currently at 4 stacks of 40. That's really the big one here that you always have to watch. Can Medivh stack and can he hold it? More vision being applied as all those sappers are down. Toss gonna miss that time from the Genzers, only hitting onto a minion. But landing a few of these Groundbreakers, sitting at 2 stacks of the 15 needed on Warbreaker. We also see Echo of the Elements grab for Thrall, quickly stacking out to 12. Playing down here in the 4-man stack as Zul's able to double soak here up against Leoric. We haven't looked at them yet. There's Spogino, once again playing the solo lane duties. And Leoric, Ronin. First time we've seen the hero tonight, but one of the only heroes perhaps able to keep up in some of these rotations, as well as the Zul can. Both of those big swings that can clear out a lot of minions at once.
Go forth and claim the altars.
We got our
in
first
my
altars
name.
on the map. There goes. I thought Miss Windup looking to grab that bottom side, but we'll look for some damage here in the bottom lane first. Maybe gonna see if Zool can join, help them out.
The altar is ours.
Good interrupt by Malfurion with that
Fire upon the
Moonfire.
Great
Keeping Nazebo in check as now Medivh gonna apply some vision in that Raven form around this bottom side altar. Neither solo laner has come down here yet. They're still hanging out at mid. There's Pochino throwing out that Bone Prism, trying to lock in Leoric, but not able to. Wraithwalk too strong, too spooky from the Skeleton King. Good engage with that Condemn from Scab. Gonna find 4 targets. Roots, they were there, but not enough to get any damage in. It's Kinala in trouble. Portal down, barely escaping is Hanzo. Still no first blood here on Towers of Doom, but that might be enough room now for the World Hunger Avoidance team to pick it up. No, Skeb with the shield glare. Gonna interrupt VZ as Ana is now gonna start backing up. We do have Sappers available for the second time as Leoric makes the rotation down. Zool is still not here. Numbers in advantage currently for Ban Cho, but looks like Spogino's gonna rotate in as Leoric starting to rotate out. Looking for that Bone Prison, will lock it onto Malfurion. The follow-up damage is there, but a great force of will from Medivh gonna keep Malfurion surviving through the bulk of that damage. A lot of burst coming out from the heroes like Nazebo and Thrall in that current fight, but well played by Shusui, keeping him healthy. Ronin will be able to grab that bottom side altar. It'll be a 4-shot advantage for our game 2 winners, Ban Cho.
Complete usurper.
Stacks are now starting to stack up, I guess. 25 currently for Medivh. We do see the Spider Quest from Miss Windup Bird, 35 of 100 on Widowmakers. And getting much closer to completing that Echo of the Elements is Thrall, now sitting at 16. On the opposite side is target practice for Hanzo, which is going to have a bit of trouble until he can find that Zool. But 3 of 5 stacks, not too bad thus far. Toss there from Geralt, just going to land onto a Johanna. Skem's going to be just fine with the help of that Iron Skin as Sappers starting to walk into this bottom lane, grabbed on both sides of the map. It's currently a 4v3 in favor of Ban Cho with Nazebo coming back from base. Here's Miss Winupberg going to help out the team, clear out these Sappers approaching from the other direction. Genzer is trying to step in, looking for any sort of toss they can find. They won't find it as of yet. Zombie wall down, not locking in any targets. As I think that'll be enough for these Sappers. Ooh, good roots, but Thrall, not sidestepping, actually does walk in. But still surviving as Medivh now at 31 stacks on Arcane Rift. Still looking for more, make it 32. Still in this fight is Shusui. But playing it safe now, getting that much closer to completing Arcane Rift, not wanting to lose all the stacks at once. Next altar phase, just a single altar in the same position we just saw them fighting over. No level 10s on either side, but Zool should be able to grab level 10 for the World Hunger Avoidance team with his mid-wave, and there it is. Now seeking some sort of fight at mid, Garrosh gonna walk in with that Warlord's Challenge ready to go. Gargantuan thrown down by good friend Gary in the house. Miss Windup are gonna start the channel. Portal drop from Medivh, but still no interrupt. Leora coming on the top side, but it's fight on the bottom. Look at that Twilight Dream locking in Garrosh. He cannot get away. Bone Prison being thrown out. Might not kill it will. Both tanks are down, but it's Ronin now locked in. March of the Black King getting him out. Still surviving with the spooky hand as well, but Brickhouse in chase does get the kill. Leyline Seal coming out late in the fight. Getting onto Spogino, and that should be enough for Zool to fall. It's a triple kill for Ban Cho. Still looking for more. These roots are on the money from Blue Steam. Can Thrall get out? The zombie wall was in his way, as we did see another hero fall. Who? What? Nazebo? I think all 5 went down. Did I just do caster math right? It's a mega kill for Ban Cho. Now up 5-2 in kills. More roots, but ooh, Indomitable, the only thing getting Garrosh out of that one. Portal has been dropped as Arcane Rift has been completed by Shusui. They do have a mage on their team now, and his name is Medivh. Shout out to Repsychic. That was for him. That's our pet name for the old man. Medivh, of course. Sonic Arrow gonna reveal this invade coming in as I was trying to drink some water. We're gonna stick with it though. A little bit ahead in XP, but getting tossed around is Blue Steam right onto the point. But look at those roots coming out. Might end up getting a kill with that Twilight Dream. Johanna's there. A nice, oh my god, Ronan, you are a beast. With that March of the Black King, picking up another kill onto Garrosh. Now Brickhouse surrounded. I don't think he gets out of this one. Shusui throwing out so much. Another mega kill for Bancho. Coming at a great time. Alter spawning in less than 30 seconds. They're going to have a 3v0 advantage. Holy smokes. And that'll give room for Leoric to soak yet another wave. Ronan going to head on back down. 10 seconds from these altars being active. Sappers on the map, and maybe Leo starting to work on some more sappers here. Starting off the camp on the side of World Hunger Avoidance team. Portal has been dropped. Hanzo's got to get out of here, but tossed back towards the fort. Kinal's still alive, though. Nice natural agility, giving him a bit of movement away from Garrosh. Now avoiding another Groundbreaker is Kinal. Channel trying to be started by Blue Steam as Leoric, and a lot of pressure. Was trying to get that Sapper camp, but just was never able to. Actually, no, he did get the camp, but he paid for his life with it. Still one altar active on the map as the zombie wall is down, has Garrosh locked in. Bone Prison coming down, but good roots from Malfurion gonna provide some zoning power. Garrosh finds the toss, the stun. Malfurion will pay. Second kill of the fight for the World Hunger Avoidance team, trying to get themselves back in this game. Portals dropped by Medivh. They're trying to shut down this altar being grabbed. Still holding on to a Dragon's Arrow as well is the Hanzo. And with that Skeletal Mages thrown out by Zool, I think that's enough to pressure them back. There goes Zool looking for the channel, but Medivh still in the sky, providing vision. Does he want to drop down and interrupt this? Yes, he will. Shusui's still alive as well. But Hanzo will fall. Another Groundbreaker, another stun. And another kill as the World Hunger Avoidance team tries getting themselves back in this game. They do end up grabbing that altar, and now they might end up getting a Medivh as well. There's the Bone Prison trying to get the damage they need. They will. Excuse me. Unfortunately for them, Arcane Rift already complete. Bottom side bell tower was converted over, so that's why you see only 3 shots being sent over against Bancho. It'll be recaptured by World Hunger Avoidance team as perhaps Zool in a bit of trouble up top. Malfurion making the sortation. Does land the roots. Here's the damage along with Johanna. Spogino will fall. Another March of the Black King from Ronan. On the money. You do not see this talent often, but when you do, and when you see it played like this on top of all this lockdown, it's exactly the situation you want to pick this talent. Usually you see the Entomb because the upgrade at 20, it's that good. Leyline Seal going to shut this down, will give enough time for Bancho to grab that camp. It's Garrosh under some pressure, but able to sidestep through those roots for Malfurion. Genzo's going to survive for now as Ronan trying to pressure off the Nazebo might find himself in trouble. He'll be just fine. Bottom lane Sappers, this has been an issue just a moment ago as they were able to get through that keep earlier. Actually, it was a fort, now upgraded to a keep. So a little bit more HP. Sappers aren't quite able to get through it, barely setting it at 50%. Gender's in trouble now, rooted in, trying to walk out, but absolutely can't. Another March of the Black King coming out from Leoric, helping net yet another kill along with this Hanzo. 12-8 on a team I thought that might not have had enough damage in the tank to deal with any of these heroes. They're doing just fine here on Towers of Doom. Still trying to pressure in onto this keep. Will they get it down? Altar is active. Shusui's going to start the channel, and they're just going to go ahead and take the shots while they can. Going to give them a 13-shot lead now on Towers of Doom. With more Sappers available, they can start pressuring these into that keep yet again. And it's already below 50% health, so could be pretty easy for them to get it from here. Looking to put pressure on the Thrall. Oh, barely able to run away. Sappers, though, are approaching. Genzo's going to try to slow it down with a Groundbreaker. There they go. 1, 2, and 3. All connecting. Keep is down. And yet another structural advantage for Bancho. Going to make it pretty tough for the World Hunger Avoidance team to find their footing again. Going to need to take some sort of fight. But in this bottom lane, it's not going to be easy to do that. They bring on down the Zool, looking for anything they can find. And all that's going to do is give Leoric some space to maneuver. Miss Windup under trouble. She does pop into that ice block. Can she get out? No. Dragon's Arrow on the money from Hanzo, but a good friendly toss from Garrosh, keeping them in it. Nice Earthquake from Thrall. They pick up 2 kills. Should be enough to get back this bell tower as well. Carrying the Gargantuan, tanking some of the damage. And that should be enough, especially with Nazebo here to recapture it. Indeed they will. There it goes.
Once more, the altars rise from the depths.
Okay. I was able to get some more water. Perfect. So quest not yet completed. Still not the Warbreaker. 4 more stacks needed for Garrosh. And look at Nazebo go. 105 stacks on Voodoo Ritual. Not going to quite reach 175 in time. It might not end up seeing it at all throughout this game, so we might have to see a different selection for Miss Windup at 20. Not the Vile Infection, but Kinal. Oh my god, those spiders hurt! Be careful! All the way down to 100 and about 115, I guess. Hanzo's gonna survive. Portal down. No targets they like, they don't walk through. Shui mentioning the wind-up bird bait. Absolutely. Siege camp spawning. Do they go for it? Looks like they will, but Medivh has eyes on it. He's got his beak on it, right? That means the Leoric's going to try walking in. Portal has been dropped. Still holding on to that March of the Black King. Will likely be casting at the moment this camp is picked up. Doesn't even need to, actually. But back on out as now Leoric tries walking in. Needs to remember he doesn't have Entomb, so not going to be easy for him to lock in a target. Garrosh now looking for a toss. Or will he? Maybe not. Maybe not. Those poison zombies. Great effect of clearing out these sappers, but... Oh, I was going to say, but they connect on the fort. They don't. Good clear.
Rise again.
Double altar phase, top side of the map. Bell towers are evened out. XP evened out. The only thing not even right now is our scoreboard. 9 shots ahead are Bancho. And they can really take a lead here during this double altar phase if they're somehow able to get both. But we usually end up seeing a bit of an agreement here. You take your side, we'll take our side.
Activate them.
But if you're behind, maybe not the best play. That's exactly what's going to happen. Still a 9-shot lead for Bancho. Sending their opponents down to 12. They're getting into kill range now. Triple altar phase could spell trouble.
You're losing your touch,
A boss?
Raven
That could
Lord.
spell trouble too. Gotta be looking for fights now, both teams at level 20. We will see the Vile Infection still about 50 stacks away. 48 to be exact for Miss Windup Bird. Is that a hasty pick? Not gonna get much value until those stacks are achieved. We'll look for the fight anyway here. Skev trying to find where the targets are at. Skogino trying to walk in with some of those sights. Not going to find it as we have a raid coming in. This one from Gravesville with the party 4. Welcome, my good friend Graves. Not sure if you were casting, maybe just hanging out. Either way, love to have you and your viewers here. Welcome to the Nexus Gaming Series. Welcome to Division C East. And welcome to game number 3. We're right at the end of this. It's been a thriller thus far tonight. Back and forth in games 1 and 2. So far here in game 3, though, it's been all Bancho. Looking for that ley line. Seal Medivh locking 2 targets in. Root's now down onto the Garrosh, but Zenger's walking in. Big Warlord's challenge onto 4 targets. Earthquake from the Thrall, but is it enough to get any kills? It doesn't look like it. Ronin once again with this March of the Black King. Absolutely destructive with that level 20 upgrade. You can see how much extra healing he gets. He's going to end up falling anyway, but he was sucking the life out of so many targets. A 1-for-1, Garrosh for Leo. guys at home know who gets the better of that end. It'll be Bancho. Leoric, he'll be back up much sooner than the Garrosh. Single altar spawning.
The time is
And it looks like Blue Steam gonna be wide open to gather it. Nice zoning set up as everyone gonna try to get in there in time. Can they make it? No. Malfurion securing the point, dropping the roots, and the disengage is on. Skev 13 makes it away. Oh, Lorelei D'Angelo, welcome. Gravesill was just hanging out. Okay, we'll love to see it. Another ley line, this time 4 targets. Ronin respawning, looking for the kills. I think he has that march again. He does, and there it goes. My God, my God. Nazebo barely holding on. Will likely fall the moment she gets out of that. She will. Oh boy, oh boy. Brick House in trouble. And Thrall is down as well. Just Garrosh on the map. Sappers available. Boss available. Just 8 core health remain. Surprised to not see them running at this boss. They want the bottom lane fort first. Maybe not a bad idea. But I think they have opportunity to get that boss as well. Maybe even start looking at getting some more of these structures down if you're not going to go boss.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
You got to credit Shusui, honestly. I didn't think the Medivh was going to be enough. But when you see these Leyline and Seal plays coming out in the late game, you can absolutely make a case that this was the right hero selection for Bancho. They will find the mid bell tower as well. And with the altar spawning soon in the bottom lane, it looks like Leoric might be the one sent down that direction. Indeed, that will be the case. How do you come back from here? I mean, even if you end up giving up this altar, does it even matter? I don't know. Dio gonna help join the team in the top lane. Nice toss away from Garrosh, but it's just onto a Leoric. He's got that spooky hand to help heal up some of his own health. Portal has been dropped from Medivh, but still looking for a fight along with those roots. They don't connect in on any targets. Ronin going in anyway. Look at that Dragon's Arrow comboed in with the March. They don't get a kill yet, but Leyline Seal's gonna slow it down for now. Leo's still under pressure. That taunt's so good from Garrosh. But Ronin's still alive through some of it, ends up finally going down. And that's a 4v5 win for the World Hunger Avoidance team. Nazebo's been in the bottom lane. Graves saying, I'm here for my friends on blue team. Aren't we all? We're here for friends on both teams, actually. We're likely looking at the ending sequences here pretty soon. Double altar phase would be enough for Bancho to close it out if they're able to get both. York under pressure will get rooted in by that bone prison. Now looking for more roots is Thrall, but Ronin gonna stay pretty healthy, just getting chomped at his ankles by those spiders. Still maintaining possession of that mid altar as well. Excuse me, bell tower. It's gonna finally be reconverted back on over to the World Hunger Avoidance team as we do see what could be our final altar phase up next. Dragon's Arrow is there. Ronin, March of the Black King, trying to get some of these kills, but still nothing. Spogino also under pressure. He's playing this frontline Zul right now, turning it around in their face. Hanzo's down. That's like all the damage for Bancho. This could be trouble for them as Leoric's gonna fall. Johanna is stuck in the zombie wall. There's a skeletal mages in response from Zul. Exactly what they needed. A big double kill in a big moment. And that's going to be double altars as well. Will Medivh try to interrupt this? I don't think it's in his interest. They won't. Holy smokes, do we have a game, ladies and gentlemen. 14-17, starting to remind us of game number 1 on Brax's holdout. Gravesville in chat calling out the level 20 Earthquake upgrade, Earthen Shields. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe that's the counter they need up against this Leoric. Because he's got Death March. Bottom bell tower for the first time in the game going to go over to the World Hunger Avoidance team. Their first structural lead since game number 1. coming in the late moments. We're past the 23.5 mark on Towers of Doom. And this is a situation you like to see yourself in. The boss still hasn't been played from either team. But maybe Bancho starting to regret that decision earlier in the map when they had opportunity with those heroes down. They didn't go for a boss, and if they did, they would be on match point here with a double altar phase spawning again in a much favorable position than what it was last time. It's going to be the top side, left-right altars up next. It's anyone's game. And with this bell tower being in control of WHT, they're in prime position for a comeback. They're going to try to hold position here. Actually going to work on some sappers. Medivh going to check it out. Although I doubt he wants to drop down with that leyline seal. Might go for it. Okay, yeah, so that would have been a risky play from Shusui. Sappers bottom lane. They're just going to run into a keep. Won't end up getting it down by themselves. Double altar phase. Here it comes. Will they exchange yet again?
Disappoint me.
Looks like the World Hunger Avoidance team, they're content with giving up the other side. Miss Winduper going to start the channel. And once again, in these positions, we will see a trade. This will cut the lead, though, down to 3. Boss representing
like all the others.
game over. If Bancho is able to get that boss, GG. Sapper's top lane picked up by Zul as I'm trying to catch my breath. Still vision being provided by Shusui. A lot of tension for all these players. You can sense it in this moment. Trying to make sure they're making the right moves, sticking together as a team. Looking for any engagement they can find with heroes stuck out on their own. That's what won them game number 1 on Brax's holdout. They ended up finding Ronin playing an Imperious all alone in the bottom lane. Found a quick kill, parlayed it into a couple more. They're trying to find something similar here on Towers of Doom to close it out, but Medivh being a pest, providing all that vision, not going to be easy to find the targets you need. All of our quests are complete, including Nazebo's Voodoo Ritual. There goes Vile Infection at 175 stacks completed. Nice camp steal. It's going to put some pressure onto this bottom lane. Maybe a bit of a mistake, but that's going to leave open the boss. Oh boy, does Medivh go for a steal here? I doubt it. Wouldn't that be a highlight play, though, if Medivh had the guts to rip that ley line and boss steal? That would have been nice. Bottom lane keep is going to be traded out for a boss, but that will give the lead with the altar phase spawning. Look at this wide open down bottom. It's Malfurion securing the win for Bancho out of nowhere. GG, well played. The set being handed over to Bancho. Hello? That was by far the most thrilling 3-game set I've seen all season. Back and forth did not disappoint on everyone's favorite Towers of Doom. Gutsy boss call there at the end. Didn't end up paying off. Great leyline seal from Medivh, shutting down the rotation. No one could get to Malf at the end of it. We do have a hydrate request coming out. Appreciate you keeping me quenched, I guess. Shui, appreciate it. And let's take a look at the talent screen. I'm gonna try to set up an interview. You guys have been so gracious tonight with your chatter, your banter, your love, and your support for these teams. Let's see if Blue Steen is available or someone from the team.
Ahoy, matey! Where shall we go?
Uh-oh. Oh, you want me to raid Bahamut? Okay, we'll raid Bahamut. Heard, okay? Heard. Interview? See if we can get Blue Steen in here. Shui, yes, absolutely. We will be raiding Bahamut after this. I agree. It looks like Bluestein is on the way. And here he is, Bluestein. Welcome to the show. What a set. That one went the distance, to say the least. So a little bit of banter during the Game 2 pregame lobby. Your team saying, back to support for you, Blue. A little bit of fun, I'm sure, but like, how real does it feel? Do you feel like your team is better with you playing on support? They can't hear you? Can I get a vocal check? Okay, hold on. Yeah, no, it's me. Hold on. I'll fix it. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Why is that? Hold on. Aha. Mic check one more time. Oh, that's not it. Hold on, one more. Is it this one? No, it's not you, it's me. Hold on. Okay, this one. Check one more time.
Hello?
Okay, I think we got you now.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, chat. I did have an issue recently with my soundboard. Some things got messed up. You want to repeat what you just said for them again? Sorry about that.
Yeah. Oh, is this a support role question, right? Yeah. I'd say like outside of NGS, I usually play. I'll flex with the guys, so I'll play mostly any role. But we were just kind of decided to try something a little different and just give teams like another look. We don't be too predictable, so that's really just something that we're experimenting with, just to bring out like the southpaw a little bit more often. But I guess in terms of if you just look like on solely our win percentage and statistics, I think most of the success does come from playing on the support role. I don't know what that means, so I'll let everyone else decide. Either I suck at every other role or I'm a good support. I don't know.
So game number 1, I think we can all agree, was a bloodbath. Both sides netting a tremendous amount of kills, but ultimately it ended up with them winning. Do you feel as though there was a moment in the game where you guys were trying to like get your cool, catch up, and really focus on like just taking a big fight together? It seemed like maybe a bit split at the end, and Imperius was stuck out in the bottom lane by himself, and that maybe ended up costing the map. Was there anything in that first map that you feel like maybe if you changed just slightly would have gone differently?
Yeah, we kind of had like a quick conversation about it after the game. We just felt like we were always kind of 5 seconds behind on making the right call on Braxis in that first map. There was like one moment where we had some confusion about whether we wanted to get that top keep down with the Zerg wave, and then ultimately we ended up going back to protect our core. But maybe if we had stayed like a few more seconds, we could have at least dropped the keep. So there was just like these decisions that were just like slightly off, and I think they played a really good game and they kept us on our toes. And ultimately, I think it was one of those games where they just made less mistakes than we did. And
right.
I don't think it was a clean game on either side, but it was just one mistake on our end, and they were able to pull it out.
Well, virtual high five for picking Brax's holdout. I appreciate it.
Problem. That was for you.
I knew it was. Thank you. Game 2, Infernal Shrines, a map that we always see. It played in your favor that time. You guys did a bunch more targeting ban. You took out the Kerrigan, played in game 1. You took out the Kael'thas's, played in game 1. I think overall the match might have been won during the draft. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, we really got every hero I think we wanted in that draft. We were able to pick up Zool relatively late, so we felt like we were in a good spot coming out of the draft, and we felt like we maybe had one foot out the door already as long as we played our game and kept our composure. Yeah, ultimately we were spot on our rotations and made all the right calls, like almost completely opposite of what we did in Braxis. And yeah, we just played a smart game. And there was one moment, I don't want to call anyone out, but we thought that we heard a mosh go off when we weren't around. Like we heard,
You did.
yeah, we heard like the very beginning of the audio cue, and everyone like kind of raised an eyebrow. And I think it was right before an objective went off top.
It was late game too. Yeah.
Yeah, so when that happened, we were like, okay, like this is it, pedal to the metal, and I think we were able to whatever proceeded after that to end the game.
I can only believe it was a misclick. Very
Oh, yeah.
unfortunate misclick, but you were exactly right. There was a mosh pit there at the end of the game that might have cost them a chance of making a fight on that top altar.
Yeah,
but-
it made things hard. It made things a little easier for sure, and it's super unfortunate. Hate
And
to see it.
I think you guys also had a talent to your advantage at that point too, so it was just like a huge detriment for them and any chance at maybe winning coming back on that map.
Yeah, for sure.
But your lowest amount of kills, game number 2, 17. That's a pretty good number to be your lowest out of 3 games.
Yeah, I bet it's our lowest deaths too, because we died a lot in the other 3.
Absolutely. Game 3, Towers of Doom, everyone's, I think, favorite concluding map. So many spectacular matches we've seen over the years, especially in HGC on Towers of Doom. Didn't disappoint here. It got very exciting at the end. Really just want to talk about the final sequence. They go for the boss. You guys still have position on the bottom altars that are about to spawn. How confident are you guys feeling when you know you have your Medivh with that leyline seal ready to go?
Yeah, I think we had the Medivh scouting the boss just to, I don't know, we were kind of had the play in our head, maybe we'll go for boss. Obviously, it became a win condition for us, and they were very aware of it. So once they made the call to take boss and the timing, we were just like, okay guys, like everyone's just got to go bot. And I think we kind of knew that as long as we didn't make a mistake that we would be all right there. And we had like Leo kind of zone them out, zone off the garage, so he couldn't even walk through the bushes in that like middle altar area. And then the ley line, yeah, as long as we played our cards right, we felt like they might have made kind of an ambitious call there, and we had to capital.
So, in your opinion, there probably were plenty of things I missed tonight, but your thoughts on maybe a play that didn't get enough attention that it probably should have, if you had to guess how terrible my casting is. Who do you want to highlight from your team as being a spectacular standout player tonight?
Well, okay, so I know we got to put in like a player of the game, and I feel really weird doing it myself when we win. So I kind of want, if we get casted, I'd like you to tell me who the player of the game is that I'll input into the website.
Oh man, that's a good question. You know, a lot of the fights ended up actually in game number 3 especially, a lot of them need to be credited to Ronan. He picks March of the Black King, a pick you don't see too often, and they got some good value, especially fighting over those sapper camps, fighting alongside the roots from Malfurion, some of the stuns from Hanzo. I thought Kinal's dragon arrows were on point with that combination with the March of the Black King. I think maybe Ronan gets consideration if you look at that of playing a bit off meta. But also, I think Shoesweep playing a Medivh in game number 3, that takes guts with just a Hanzo.
Yeah, he's such a clutch Medivh, and there was if I'm gonna call play the game, there was that one moment when they were invading our camp, and I was kind of standing on the point. Why I'm standing on the point as Malfurion, but he gave me a protect. I was able to like heal myself. He saved like 2 or 3 stuns went through. Somehow I survived. I was able to get the silence off, and it was all because of Medivh.
Yep.
Able to get through the portal too that he put down. That was like an unbelievable play, and I think that actually was a big moment that turned the tide for us and gave us a lot of momentum on the map.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you die there, maybe they end up taking your bottom bell tower, and maybe the whole map looks different from that point on.
100%. Yeah, I don't doubt that they would have got the tower for sure if they stole that camp. So that was a massive play, and I think everybody played unbelievably well in that one sequence, just to make sure that we kept control and got some kills at the same time.
Definitely. Well, a lot of people out here in support of your team. I think you guys won all 3 of my pregame polls. Anyone you want to shout out, show some love to?
Yeah, just shout out to you again. Thanks for the cast. Always appreciate it. Shout out to everyone that watched today. And the guys who couldn't play, Slugadin, who's always watches our games when he can't play, and Spice as well, who's having computer issues right now, so he's kind of been offline. So we're looking forward to getting him back. And shout out to my fiance. We had to postpone our wedding because of the pandemic. We were gonna get married next month, so shout out to you, babe.
I'm in a similar situation myself. I'm scheduled to get married in November.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so
it's crazy.
We'll see what ends up happening, but
good luck, man.
Anyway, Bluestein, pleasure as always to have you here on the show. Congrats on the win tonight, 2-1 in favor of Ban Cho.
Thanks.
All right, we'll chat soon.
See ya.
All right, Twitch chat. Thank you for hanging in there throughout this one. A full-on sluggerfest. Almost went a full 2 hours, including that interview. Thank you, everyone, for being here, for supporting, especially supporting these teams. Players on the other side showing up in support, being great sports, and putting on a fantastic show for everyone this evening. I want to say thank you to my fiance for allowing me to cast this match tonight. Miss Murda, if you're out there, I'll see you in just a minute. And for the rest of you, hope to see you guys soon. I might be picking up a match tomorrow night. If you want to know if I do, head on over to twitter.com/MurdaRG. Follow along in the conversation, and you'll see every time I go live. And that'll be it. Thanks for being here. I believe Shui has demanded we raid on over to Bahamut. So if you guys like my boy Baha, stay tuned. I don't know what he's playing, but we're about to find out. I love you guys. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. Adios. And there's the tranquility again from Alperian, keeping targets up. As Ragnaros landing a 4-man Sulfurous Smash. Durance of Hate from Mephisto. And this combination executed perfectly at the end of the game.
From Alarak. Make it a quad kill set up by that EC.
Wow, did you see that mosh pit? 4-man mosh pit while on a conveyor belt. That was like a regular sushi line.
Nubrack, 4 at 50%. Both cores are just absolutely melting. Which one's going to go down first? I think this is going to be Respect the Gooses. Oh my goodness.
Ring. Oh my goodness, the ring. Jaina just pulling up everybody here. That's a 4, making 5
And it
for
does
nothing.
not fall up. What a play. Oh my God. Somebody please clip that.